but I know there were 3 or 4 candidates together, and so we talked back polite. We know we're supposed to, but they said, if you don't close your mouth, we'll bust you with this club or whatever, something to that effect.
Why are all of you black?
Yes.
Okay.
And we said, yes, sir.
Okay.
And went on and had no more problem.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But that was an incident that you knew where you were at that time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. This is back in what, 51, 52?
Right.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, basically, was your class integrated?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And there were a couple more guys in the class who were from Detroit. At least one I knew. Buddy Richards. I don't know if you knew him. He was an attorney. He had a brother. They were members of St. Cyprian's Episcopal Church. Maxwell. I don't know if Maxwell Richards.
Okay.
He was in an earlier class, and he finished before I did.
Okay.
But that made me feel good that somebody that I knew was finishing.
Okay. All right. So did you make a lot of friends in this class, or did you know anybody before you got there? But did you make friends while you were there?
I made some friends while I was there, but going back to Fort Holliburg, there was a guy there. He was white. Who we ran track together. And then he was so concerned about where I was umpteen years later that he wrote to Wayne State and told him that he had been in the Army with me at Fort Holliburg, and he wanted to know. He ran the mile also, and I ran, and I would always beat him. But still, we were friends, and he wanted to know what had happened to me. Okay. And so he wrote to Wayne State, and he said he thought maybe I would have been inducted into Wayne State's Athletic Hall of Fame, and then he had the athletic director, contact me, and that I haven't talked to him much since. This is about 3 years ago.
Okay.
But that's an example of
Sure.
friendship that you develop in the military.
Kind of lasting friendship.
Right.
Yeah, that's great. Great. Okay. All right. So, toward graduation, did you have to go airborne? You didn't have to go airborne.
No.
Okay. Okay. Toward graduation, what happened once you started after graduation and toward graduation?
Okay. Now, this was infantry OCS.
Okay.
But my branch was military intelligence, and there was no branch at that time. They did have insignia on the uniform, but there was not a branch. So, in much of the paperwork that I got, it showed me as infantry, second lieutenant infantry. So, immediately after OCS, they sent me to Chicago with a counterintelligence corps unit, and I noted it in there too that I was on civilian status. We were doing background investigations for security clearances.
Okay.
And that's what I was doing for a good part of a year.
Okay.
I was really fortunate. Another example of how things worked out so beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You were virtually a civilian, huh?
Right. I didn't have to wear the uniform.
Yeah, okay. All right. So, toward getting close to graduation and realizing that you were going to be commissioned and all this stuff, did you have any emotions, or was it kind of just like a foregone conclusion? You were going to graduate and you were going to, and what was your feeling as you can recall?
Well, I was proud of myself. Every time you graduate or get a degree or whatever,
Sure.
you're proud of it, and I was proud of it. And I said that, and I thought back that my father had set the pace by being an officer, and so
Okay. All right.
I felt good.
Okay.
Mhm.
So now, did you after graduation did you finally come home? did you come to Detroit for leave, or did you go?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, and from there you went to Chicago.
Right.
Okay, to your station in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So was there a military facility there, or did you just live in
A room with some people that I knew.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. All right. So
Yeah, the 5th Army headquarters was there, but we didn't stay in military quarters.
Oh, okay. All right. So you were really a civilian.
Right.
You had something like an 8 to 5 job or something.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. So what was basically, where did you report to? If you had to report somewhere, where did you?
In an office downtown.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay, and you turned in your reports at that office.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. How long did it take you to get used to that basically that kind of life? Because you had, your military was living in barracks and close quarters.
Right.
But now you're kind of on your own, like a civilian or something.
Mhm.
So how did it take any? Did it take any adjustment to that?
I'm sure it did, but it was a slight adjustment. I mean, it wasn't something that.
Okay.
But that was the first time I, by myself in a room, without this large family. Although the family,
Sure.
they had a couple of children.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Uh,
All right. What was it like, doing background checks, and I think all of us in the room probably had background checks done on us. So what was it like doing background checks on, potential, candidates for security? I'm assuming it's for a basic security clearances.
Right.
Yeah. So what was it like doing that?
it was fun.